Happy New Year, everybody. This is the Betamax man. Now, by the time I upload this, I probably won't be able to upload it until the morning. But, I'm gonna do this video now. So it's 1:32 a.m. in the morning. And, we're going to, because this was just recently repaired, we're going to test out the record function on the 7200. This is the 4027. This is the Super Beta VCR Sanyo model. Put the door back. I was setting the time. That's why it was open. So we have Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater, The Frog Prince. And we have a brand new blank Sony L750. Yes, it's a Zenith tape, but it was made by Sony. Zenith put their name. Sony made Beta VCRs and Betamax tapes for Zenith. And so it's a rebadged Zenith, but it's a Sony L750. So we're going to play back because I know that this will not get hit with a copyright. I know that I could play this without copyright issues. We're gonna play this, The Tale of the Frog Prince, from Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater, and we're gonna play this. And there's the famous black screen. We're just going to forward it to a scene. That way. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put our cassette. And I think you have to hit the record and play. So we'll turn the volume up.
They still remain childless. They tried everything, but all to no avail. Until finally, an old aunt told them of an ancient crone by the name of Griselda, who was believed to have magic powers.
I don't like witchcraft.
Well, we might as well try it. I mean, what have we got to lose?
Now I've got the audio adapter so that I have a left and a right channel because this is a mono machine. So we've got a Y adapter so that we have a left and a right recording. So we're recording a left and a right channel. Now this tape is not recorded in hi-fi anyway. It's just a linear audio, so it's not gonna... It wouldn't really make any sense to put it into a hi-fi machine because it's a mono tape. So I'm just wanting to see if the record function works. This is one of my favorite ones. It's probably my favorite Shelley Duvall Fairy Tale Theater. They didn't have much, I mean, you could tell that they didn't have a whole lot of money to do these shows. Or they probably used a theater room. And, so if I turn the light out, Well, if I turn the light out, then we can't see, so I better turn it back on.
Jeffrey, would you look at this?
So we're just gonna record a couple minutes here, and we'll just let it play.
Oh dear, another evening of fishy conversation. Wait a minute, where's Griselda?
Who?
Don't believe this. What? She's not on the list.
Who's not on that list?
Griselda!
Well, she probably wouldn't have come anyway. She's totally out of business society.
Well, of course she would have come. She's the child's fairy godmother. She asked specifically. Oh, this is absolutely dreadful.
Oh, don't panic.
Moving up this list.
So with the Y adapter, I've got a left and a right channel. So this is our New Year's celebration with two Sanyo Betamax machines. So this is the playback deck and this is the record deck. Now we're gonna see if this thing records color, because sometimes these Sanyo machines have problems with recording in black and white because of an issue that, if this does have that issue, we'll fix it. That's why we're doing this video, is to see if it works. Oh yeah, the witch. Now she's gonna turn the child into a frog.
Clerical error. Actually, the post has been just awful recently. You really can't trust it. So good of you to stop by anyway. Oh, this will be where you'll be sitting for the feast next to me.
Yeah, this is great. Like I said, this is one of my favorites. And my mom used to record these off TV back in the 80s. So, back in the 80s, my mom would record these off TV. It was Channel 6 showed them. And so she would make the recordings and we would be able to watch them. My brother and I used to watch these all the time back in the 80s and 90s. I was really, really little when these were showing, but in fact we would play those tapes over and over again. And I don't know whatever happened to those original recordings that my mom made. My mom would set the VCR timer to record, and it would record them. And my mom also ran a daycare, and so the daycare kids would watch them as well.
But your mother was wondering if
Her Majesty, please go on.
Oh, yes. Your Majesty. Majesty, her queen, the mother. Your queen, the Majesty, her mother.
That's great. Okay, so this has been recording long enough, I think, and we'll go ahead and hit stop on the tape. We'll go ahead and rewind that all the way. We're going to power that off because that's going to make a hissing sound. So we're going to follow the counter. Alright, let's see if it plays color. Okay, it does record. Not very well. Yeah, there's something wrong with that recording. The color's a little bit off. Of course, copying, recording, when you make a copy, you do lose video quality. And so that's why when you make a second or third generation, and there's a line at the top, I don't know if that might be the tape that's causing that line, or it could be the machine. I'm thinking that it might be the machine that's doing that. The quality's not that great, so it's probably gonna be a good idea to do some work on the preamp on the record side. So I'll go into the recording circuitry and do some work on it. Actually, it's not bad. I mean, now that you look at it, it's not too bad. It's just that line at the top that's irritating. But I'm sure we can correct that. But you see, it's kind of like the color is not. It's kind of like a greenish. It kind of looks kind of greenish. So I think we should do some work on the recording circuitry. But it's got hi-fi. Got hi-fi and it's got the volume meters. So, but it is copying off of an old tape, so I don't know why that line is appearing at the top though. I don't know if you guys can see that line. There's a line that's popping up. You see that line right there? So we'll just we'll do some work. We'll check the capacitors obviously on the in the record side, because I got a feeling that that's usually what happens is the capacitors, they start to go bad and they can cause color problems. Surprised it still records in color, but it's definitely gonna have something's going on, because I can tell that something's not quite, color is not quite right. And it's not really showing up on camera, but trust me, the color's not quite right. It's more of a greenish, it just seems like it's got a greenish tint to it. See the green? It's got a greenish tint. So I think the color board might need to be worked on. Or the chroma board. But it's got a greenish tint. Looks good in the dark though when you turn the lights off like this. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a greenish tint. Oh, the line went away. The minute I hit rewind, the line went away. Huh. But it does still have a greenish tint. When you make an original recording, you know, that's always going to be the best. But when you make a copy of something, that starts to degrade the quality. The quality's still good though, you know. But people used to make, you know, second or third or fourth generation copies, and by the time you made the third generation, what I mean is like, okay, so we copied from this tape, right, onto this tape. So I'm gonna rewind it here. If we copied now from this one, so if we copied from this tape, that's considered a third generation copy. And if we copied from that third tape, then that would be a fourth generation copy. And then the quality lowers. Every time you make a copy, you lower the quality. So the original recording, an original recording is from the original source. You're making a first time copy, you know. We could record off of like a laser disc onto this tape. That would be a superb picture quality. But the minute you make a copy, that's when the quality lessens. But even making a copy, like say we, you know, because we made a copy off of this tape onto this one, and the picture quality was still good. But if we made a copy of this one, the quality would really start to lessen. And it also depends on what speed you're in too. Now we were in beta 2, so we're going to get the best possible copy, because we are in the beta 2 speed. Beta 3, if you record off of this into beta 3, that's when we're going to lose quality. So keeping it at the same speed is going to lessen the, you know, you're going to get better quality. So this tape has obviously been recorded in beta 2. And we made a copy of this on beta in beta 2. So we're losing a hair bit of quality. If we was to record off of that in beta 3, we definitely would see a difference in the quality, that we would lose quality. Now, let's say if I was recording on my 1000, like I could record, if I recorded off of this tape onto this tape in, say, the Beta 1S Super Beta, the quality is going to be the same as what was on this tape. And that was one of the great things about Super Beta, is that Super Beta increased quality, but it'll give you a copy. You could copy off of a tape and not have picture quality loss. So Super Beta was great for that, for making, you could make a copy of something in Super Beta, record it in Super Beta, and you will not lose any quality. So that was one of the advantages to Super Beta. And in fact, there was a, I was watching Ray Glasser had, he used to record the Consumer Electronics shows back in the early 80s. And they were one of the Sony representatives for Super Beta. He was talking about Super Beta, and he said that when you make a copy and you have it in Super Beta, you're not going to lose any quality in picture. And so that was cool, and that resonated with me, and I'm like, I want to share that with YouTube, and so I thought I'd share that info with you. But obviously, if you're making a recording off of broadcast, like cable company or an antenna or something, you're recording, let's say you're recording off cable TV, and you're recording in Super Beta. Well, you're going to get, in Beta 2, in Super Beta, Beta 2, you're going to get around 290 to 300 lines. So, that's really good. So, Super Beta was pretty awesome. And, Beta Hi-Fi was definitely also a kind of a step forward into the sound quality from mono and the sound quality you get from hi-fi is night and day. I mean, you can definitely hear the difference. Hi-fi stereo was basically I would say the same quality as a good reel-to-reel tape recorder. A reel-to-reel tape recorder has really superb quality sound. Just the sound quality is wonderful on a reel-to-reel. And people would record audio onto a hi-fi stereo VCR because the hi-fi stereo was just as good as a reel-to-reel, or almost as good as a reel-to-reel sound quality. So, but this is a brand new tape, so this tape was new old stock, so, and it's a Zenith branded one, but it is a Sony. It's a Sony. So, anyway, I just thought this would be a neat video. Forgot to put the door back on, the door back up. So I just thought I'd share this video with you, and I hope you guys are having a happy new year. I hope your Christmas was good. And it's kind of sad sometimes when Christmas leaves so quickly. It's like Christmas comes and then just like that, it leaves, and New Year's comes and you're like, wow, a new year. But the good thing about the new year, income tax season. Yep. February. Come February, when you get your W-2 forms and you can have your taxes done and you get a nice chunk of change, and I usually get about $1,500. Yeah, about $1,500 back in income tax. So, I'm a single guy, so I claim 0. So I'll get, a nice amount of money back and probably buy another car with my income tax money this year. Or maybe I'll just buy me a couple of really nice beta machines. I don't know. I'll probably buy an ED beta. I'll buy another one. Because I actually do have an ED beta. But it's problematic and it's had a lot of problems. And so I kind of gave up on it. But, I had a lot of problems with the first ED beta that I got. So I kept working on it all the time, and it finally broke. I just got tired of working on it, and so I'll scrap the whole idea, and you know, I'll probably buy another ED beta, and I'd like to buy another ED beta, and maybe I'll use some of the money from the income tax money and get me one, and get one that's, you know, doesn't have to be worked on all the time, and get one that's in good shape so that I can make recordings. And because I have like 20 blank ED beta tapes that are brand new, never used. So yeah, I do have a supply of ED beta tapes. The difference between an ED beta tape and a regular beta tape is that ED beta is metal oxide. It's the same with Super VHS. Super VHS tapes are also a metal oxide, metal tape format. So that's why ED beta, it's got a special metal, it's got metal particles in the tape. So but that's the difference between like regular beta and ED beta. Plus ED beta could give you 500 lines of resolution. So you're getting broadcast quality recordings. You're with ED beta, you're getting Laserdisc quality on videotape. That's the best way to describe ED beta recordings. When the ED beta machine is working correctly, you're getting Laserdisc quality on videotape. And so it would be good to record stuff off TV onto ED beta because the quality is going to be really good. And I love, you know, videotapes, so I think that getting an ED beta machine, getting another one that's in good shape would be awesome. So we're 2 hours into the new year, and I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon and get up tomorrow and celebrate the new year. Anyway, Happy New Year's, everybody. See you later. This is the Betamax Man signing off. Bye-bye.